Hi, I'm Alan and this is Prayers to the Dice Gods, and today I'm going to show you how to highlight almost everything with next to no paint.
Prayers to the dice gods.
Now, this technique I use all the time to highlight purple cloaks. I think it looks really cool, especially once I put over the filter colour. So it made me think, what if I did that with all of the colours? So I got a few test models out. So the first test model I got out, I put on some purple paint just around the top there, and then I go around and I highlight this with grey seer, the base coat for the contrast paints. So the next thing I do is I get the Druchii Violet shade colour out, and then I proceed to put a nice thick coat of that over the area I've just highlighted. Now, as you can see, once the Druchii Violet has dried, it has changed the colour of grey seer, giving us quite a nice highlight. In my next test, there were two things I wanted to know. I wanted to know, will it work with another colour? And can I dry brush it on? So I'm going to put red paint on this one, and then I'm going to dry brush it with grey seer. And then over the top I'm going to put Caribou Crimson shade and see how it looks. As you can see, the Caribou Crimson changes the tone of the grey seer a lot more than the Druchii Violet does. It's not completely washed it out, which is great. I'm still quite happy with the result that I've got at the end of that one. So next we're going to do an entire model. We're going to paint every part of him, and then we're going to dry brush the grey seer over the top of every single one of the colours we put on. And then I'm going to go around with the various different shades and see what kind of results we get. I may not normally choose this colour scheme on a model, but for this test I wanted to give a nice set of colours for us to work through to see the various different effects. So we're using the purple and the red again, but we're also going to do green, black, grey, brown as the main colours here, and then we're going to see just how well, when the shades go on, that grey seer gets tinted. Although these models had already been prepped with a flesh tone on them, I decided I was going to paint over the top of that with Bugman's Glow so that I could give it a highlight with the grey seer and show you what it's going to look like. Now that we've dry brushed the model, I'm quite happy with how he looks already, but I know that once I put the washes over, particularly over things like the black and the brown, as we've already seen the purple and the red, the green should be an interesting one though, so I'm quite excited to see how he looks by the time we're finished. Now we're going to go through and do all of the metallics on this model, so I'm going to just do a quick coat of sort of lead vulture onto any bits that should have been silver, like the ball that's on the string, the gun, the knife in his belt. And then just going to go over them with some of our Nuln oil, exactly like I would with every other model I just want to be battle ready. Just the last couple of finishing touches here. The eyeball obviously needs doing, the little dot of white onto the red islands just to make it look like it's reflecting. And of course I'm going to cut out all of the mistakes I made just so that it looks a little bit nicer. But needless to say, it's an eyeball. It took more than one attempt. It actually took more than 4 attempts, but I'm not going to show you that. Now I don't know about you guys, but I think this model looks absolutely fantastic. For something that is just battle ready and has literally been done with the minimal amount of colours and a bit of dry brushing, with some shades to give us some nice tonal changes, as well as obviously shade the areas we want to be a little bit darker. I think we have a fantastic way to get models back already really quick, and the effect that you get at the end far exceeds what you'd be able to get with the contrast paint. They would really struggle to make your model look quite as good as this. So all in all, I am very happy with the way that this has turned out, and I think that you can get, particularly with something that like Guard, or if you're fielding a lot of any type of model with a lot of different textures on it, this will give you a very quick, very easy way to do that. So there you have it, an entire model painted in 45 minutes using a single colour to highlight almost everything on the model, with exception to the metallic. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you get all of the notifications as and when the new videos are released. The Dice Gods favour the painted army.